begging you, please, delete this stuff. This is my reputation.
Let's break this down from the top, because the drama surrounding Lil Meech and Big Meech just exploded across the internet. And trust me, it's way uglier than anyone thought. Their family name, once untouchable, is now being dragged to the mud for the whole world to see. The backlash is loud, the speculation is wild, and the dirt being uncovered is straight up toxic. Receipts are pouring in and they look nasty, like career-threatening nasty. For months, whispers have been circulating about what's really going on behind closed doors.
Begging you, please, delete this stuff. This is my reputation, bro. I apologize for saying what I said to you. Please, man.
But you said it was capped, though. What was capped, Demetrius?
Celina, I said that to get the post deleted, Celina.
Okay. All right. But now you want to make me look like a liar in front of the internet. It's crazy, Demetrius.
That's not how I tried to make you seem. I apologize for that.
But now all those rumors are colliding with hard evidence. The puzzle pieces are snapping together. And what's forming is anything but flattering. The image is raw, messy, and impossible to ignore. And it all starts with the leaked conversations. These weren't casual slip-ups or a harmless banner. No, what came out shows Lil Meech in position nobody expected. Literally out here begging. The tone, the desperation, the vulnerability. It paints a picture that fans, critics, and even his closest supporters can't stop dissecting. The kind of exposure that leaves permanent scars on reputation. That's not the sound of somebody moving like a boss, untouchable and in control. That's the sound of someone cornered with no moves left. Desperation dripping from every word. You can hear it plain as day, like every option already dried up. And it doesn't stop there. He circles back again and again, fumbling excuses, scrambling to keep his story alive. But then he makes the fatal slip, the kind you can't take back. He admits outright that he lied, just to convince Celina Powell to delete a post that's humiliation in its rawest form. Because once the internet catches you lying, it's over. There's no erasing it. Screenshots live forever. Receipts never die. And the memes? They'll haunt you longer than your reputation ever will. But that's just the beginning. For years, the legend around Big Meech carried this myth of hidden millions. Money stashed in ceilings, tucked behind walls, locked away in offshore accounts like treasure waiting for the king's return. The story went that when Meech walked free, he'd step right back into riches stacked to the sky. But according to Celina Powell, that fantasy is nothing but smoke and mirrors. She claims the empire of secret millions doesn't exist at all. And she didn't stop there. She said Lil Meech isn't just broke. Big Meech is too. According to her, the family's not living off fortune. They're living off favors. She says she spent time with Lil Meech and saw the cracks up close. Claims he was strung out on pills, moving sloppy, slipping heavy. And then came her wildest claim. She says she personally watched his Lamborghini Urus and Ferrari get snatched. Not by haters. Not by ops. But because he couldn't keep up with sky-high payments and brutal insurance bills. Think about that. Luxury cars that come with insurance, so insane it can hit $8,000 to $10,000 every 6 months. That's like paying another car note just for coverage. And if your money isn't steady, it'll crush you quick. That's a shiny Instagram lifestyle nobody talks about, the one drowning you behind the scenes. And Celina didn't stop with cars. She went further, claiming both Lil Meech and Big Meech are holed up in Floyd Mayweather's Miami mansion, not owning it, not renting it, just posted up like it's borrowed space. And when you connect the dots, the story starts to sound real. Remember when 50 Cent cut ties? First, he canceled the BMF show. Then he pulled the plug on the massive Welcome Home concert for Big Meech. 2 moves that killed their main money streams overnight. With that relationship gone, their financial stability fell apart just as fast. What once looked like an untouchable empire now looks like smoke and mirrors, and the cracks are right out in the open for the whole world to see. The sting cuts deeper because the old heads remember Big Meech's golden era like it was yesterday. Back then, he didn't just make money. He was money. He defined what living larger than life looked like. He wrote the manual on flexing, a blueprint rappers still follow today. Picture Maybachs and Lumbos lined up like toy cars. Private jets ready on standby. Diamonds flooding both wrists. Designer gear pouring like water. Clubs shutting down just to let BMF roll through. And once they hit the scene, cash rained so heavy it looked like autumn leaves. That was a lifestyle. But decades later, every single dollar tossed on those club floors is a dollar he probably wishes was still stacked in the vault. That's the brutal truth. The same game that feeds you will flip and starve you when the bills finally come due. Reckless flexing always has a price tag, and eventually someone has to pay it. And the weight of that shadow is crushing Lil Meech. How do you come from one of the most legendary street empires ever, only to get exposed by Celina Powell, a woman infamous for bouncing from one celebrity to the next, climbing off their names, and blasting private business the second the checks stop? Any father with real game would warn his son to stay far away from women like that. Big Meech lived through betrayal, indictments, and feds breathing down his neck. He knew the playbook front to back. But Lil Meech either didn't listen or thought his name made him untouchable. That's when the biggest mistakes get made. Because Celina Powell didn't just talk repossessions or the Mayweather mansion. She went deeper, accusing Lil Meech of battling a heavy pill problem, a claim that cuts directly into his credibility. Once people believe you're drowning in addiction, every move looks shaky. But then she dropped her wildest bomb yet. She accused him of snitching. According to her, during a pullover where cops found a gun, he pointed at his own homie instead of standing tall, letting his man take the fall while he walked away free. Whether it's true or not, once the snitch word attaches to your name, especially in street culture, it's almost impossible to wash off. That stain sticks forever. And if the internet had been around during BMF's peak, just imagine the madness. Every flex, every scandal, every whisper would have gone viral in seconds. Back then, dirt traveled by word of mouth. Now it spreads at light speed. Screenshots, recordings, videos blasting across social media before anyone can deny it. That's why in this era, reality matters more than the image. When you're really up, there's no need to beg or fake. But when you're broke in real life while posing online, the truth will always leak and receipts will follow. That's what we're seeing now. Bawling loud for the public, begging quiet behind the scenes. And when the name Meech gets tied to that, the weight of the fall hits 10 times harder. The lesson in all this? Live within your means. If the money's tight, drop the flashy act. Forget the lumbos if you can't afford them. They'll drown you faster than they impress strangers online. There's no shame in driving something steady if it keeps your peace intact. Stability will always shine brighter than fake luxury. Because once you reach the point of begging people to delete posts and scrambling to clean up messes, the damage is already done. And in today's world, every call could be recorded, every DM screenshotted, every mistake stamped online forever. And here's the harshest truth. If the pill rumors are real, that explains everything. Reckless choices, sloppy behavior, desperation. When you're high, you trust the wrong people, you say the wrong things, you make promises you can't keep. By the time sobriety hits, it's too late. The receipts are out, the memes are viral, the audio is circulating everywhere. That's the perfect recipe for a career crashing in real time. And that's exactly what we're watching. Recordings dropping, allegations stacking, exposure nonstop. Not just dragging Lil Meech down, but making his father look weak by association. Because like it or not, Big Meech isn't untouchable anymore. In the 90s and early 2000s, BMF wasn't just legendary. It was larger than life. Fleets of exotic cars. Jets on standby. Clubs shut down on site. The blueprint for how rappers flex to this day. But now, that empire, brick by brick, is crumbling right in front of the world. Back then, BMF wasn't just about street power. It had heavy influence in the music game, too. Just being tied to the movement could launch an artist's career. Look at Young Jeezy. His rise was fueled by the BMF stamp. That's how much weight the name carried. But fast forward today, and the world has changed. That kind of flashy empire can't survive under the all-seeing eye of social media. Cameras are everywhere. Screenshots are forever. And the smallest crack in your image gets magnified until it looks like an earthquake. Instead of quiet power building in the shadows, the Meech legacy is now unraveling live in front of millions. What we're watching isn't just a fall from grace. It's a dismantling of a family that was once feared, respected, and admired, now being humiliated by their own missteps. A father who once showed the streets how to shine now appears mostly silent, seen in photos but rarely heard, while his son spirals in public for the internet to judge. And the same fans who once idolized him, they're watching like it's Netflix, popcorn in hand, waiting for the next episode of The Downfall. The moral here couldn't be louder. Don't build your entire image on lies, because the truth will always surface. Don't spend money on luxuries you can't maintain, because those toys will sink you faster than they impress anyone. And never hand access to people whose whole existence revolves around exposing weakness, because the internet is savage. The same crowd that hypes you up today will turn around tomorrow and drag you down without hesitation. And once that switch flips, there's no coming back from it if you rock with this breakdown. Make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, share this with your people, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Stay tapped in, because the next video digs even deeper, and trust me, you won't want to miss it.